Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm saying back because I'm hoping you have seen some of my other videos. But today we're going to talk about fruit and then how can that be related to cars? It's a funny story. I have been doing some digging in some Renault history, and I've been looking into the Model 14, and I couldn't help to make some comparisons. Let's start with the Apple. In 1976, three guys started a company out in the garage, and I think you know it. It's Apple. And how come an Apple can be a computer? Never mind. They are worth in 2024 uh, $3 trillion. That's like 3 million millions. That's a whole lot of zeros. So everybody knows that story, sort of. Apparently, they found out when they made the Apple logo itself that if it wasn't taking a bite of it, it looked like a cherry. But no mind. Actually, we still need the computer because in '76, when Renault had made the new Renault 14, they actually used computers in their development, and that was something quite new at the time. But they thought that the car was a competitor to the Golf, the VW, um, but sales got off to a really slow start. So in '77, they launched a new campaign to sell the car where they named it the Pear. I'm not gonna try to say it in French because I don't know how to properly, but apparently it was a really good idea on paper because you had a car with a small. It was Renault's first car with a transversely mounted engine. That means when you have the engine in the front, gearbox underneath, just like the Mini from '59. And then you think, oh, but the Renault 5 was also a mini car, but that actually had the engine in the old-fashioned ways, like up until the Model 2. I didn't know that. But so if you take a pair, apparently some campaign manager, small engine up front makes a lot of room for the passengers. Yeah, stupid idea, but they really made it. I'm gonna show you one of the pictures where they just made a campaign where it just said Renault 14 and a picture of a pair. But yeah, I know this is not the most beautiful pair, but some could say neither was the car. Give me a second. This is a Danish press photo, original. I know it's black and white, but still, to me, that doesn't look like a new car. This is more like it, original French press photo. And you can see that it's the first model because when they did a revision, they put the blinkers up here. But, yeah. I don't know how it is in other languages, but in Danish it said that you can't compare apples and pears and or pears or bananas. Apparently nobody told Renault that. In this one they actually showed a picture of the car, but the competition was fruit. I don't know what to say. I think it's quite hilarious, but yeah. Let me get you back here. I do apologize for the Union Jacks, but I don't have any tricolor magnets. But if you stick to the end, I'll make it up to you by showing a really great marketing example from the British car world. You don't want to miss that. So, another really funny thing is that apparently, Pear, again in French, is also slang for uh, someone that is gullible, a naive person, someone who is easy to persuade, uh, who wants a car that has those qualities. But yeah, the car, strangely enough, did not become a success and was only on the market up until '83. So they made less than a million. That was not at all what they expected. Some could also say, oh, I forgot to say that the engine was a cooperation with Peugeot, and it was the same engine as used in the Peugeot 104, which is, in my opinion, seen as a smaller car, and maybe that was also not that appealing to the buyers that it had a quite significant smaller engine, and if you're a real Renault lover, it wasn't a Renault engine, and yeah, they they probably had a really good idea, but they were really bad at selling it to the public. So that's how you can make a good car and a bad campaign, resulting in no sales. So it was supposed, or should I say, apparently, one of the first cars to have the mirrors included in the door frame, and they actually made a TS model in the later years, where there goes a dark stripe facing out from the mirrors. It looks really good, I think. It would be really cool if I could just take you outside in the courtyard and tell you, here we have the Renault 14 in live. But the thing is that everybody has forgotten about this car. There is, at this time, not a single one registered in my country. They are all gone. So perhaps there's one that's not registered, hiding somewhere. I don't know. But there's not a single one registered. So it's amazing how the older cars can still be around, but here you have cars from late 70s, early 80s, and they are just poof, gone. So yeah, let me just check my documents to see if I have forgotten some important things. Yeah. Oh, if you want to see some cool footage of the car, Renault has an online museum part where you can where they have a timeline where you can go in and take 1976, and there's a beautiful, of course, it's green, it's a pear. What can I say? There's a very beautiful example where you can spin it around in 360 and you can press an engine button. It's actually a pretty cool site, but I'll drop the link to that. So let me just pause for a minute and I will get the brilliant British advertising. Are you ready? This is some tough stuff. What do you say? Viewer discretion advised. There you have it. I just had to regroup a little. The sun decided to come out. This is a few years before. This is an original advertising poster from a dealer. The thing is, when they launched this version of the Marina, or the Marina was brand new, should I say, but in Denmark we have two. But they made that slogan, the new Moorish Marina, beauty with brains behind it. And then they launched that photo. But they actually realized that perhaps sheep wasn't considered to be the most intelligent animals. So they actually redraw it. And most British guys, people should I say, know the slogan but don't know the picture. But this has come from a Danish dealer, and it was in one of the parts of the country where you don't throw anything away. So they just took some of the bottom of the poster away and then kept it. And then it magically appeared in the market where I bought it. So you can see up here, sorry about the light, that it has a publication number that gives it away as the real deal. But you can't see because the frame is black, but it is missing something in the bottom. But that's just hilarious. But they actually found out about their fault, and that's why they withdraw it. Renault, they didn't accept that it was a stupid idea, so they just continued, and people just laughed even more about it. Oh, and one other thing, some of the cars had rust issues in the early years, but let's be honest, all cars had that in the 70s. So if you call a car the Pear, it of course turns to the rotten pear. Stupid idea. But if I ever do a follow-up on this video, I really hope that I can show you the car in real life, whether it's on the road or not, barn find or whatever. It would be really nice just to experience the car and to see how roomy it is. But yeah, see you in the next one.